Hey YouTube, today is the July 12th, 2016 and it's Kruno on suicide again, the topic. And why am I 100% against it? Well, let's be honest, not 100%, nothing is absolute uh, about, about truth, which is love, but pretty much, let's say 98% to be honest. And First of all, let's repeat the theory. What is the human mind? Human mind is what? You have a soul, which is essentially put in the uh, mathematical equation. Human body is just that. And then in that mathematical equation, you have many mental elements, but you have those guys. You have simply the tentacles of the system. Lux implant, the one from the ground, the one really from the metaphysical evil, plus other sub tentacles. Tentacles, like let's say a reptile who's like leeching on your past, maybe 10 generations, incarnations, something like it. You have it. So it's all about Malanga. And another detail how to learn all these things, similar method mind control, minus part with the advisors in your head, and then the Vipassana meditation, and then you have Malanga's Triad Simbad and Triad Simbad flash simulation. Yes. Those three. And then they're going to become routine for you. So you do that. And now let's go back to the suicide topic. So you have the problem with your mind. That problem is there are elements inside of you which are causing the civil war. So what is happening? On top of that, you have a very limited memory, which started maybe age of 3. In short, we are very square. You understand me? We are very square. We are similar to the organic portals before we start waking up, and that's very bad news. So you have this mind which is not really your mind. You understand me? You as entity, maybe you have 40% to say really at the best this kind of mind. The rest of it is consensus, like in a parliament, really. And I'll give you examples of that subconscious mind when that soul mind is pushing you to some idea, but when censorship in you is sidelining it. This is a personal story, but it's really everything is connected. I really have to share these things with you so you can understand better how I think. When I was 17, I was drawn to the Latin language. I really wanted to learn myself Latin. But in school back then I had only English and Italian. And my reason was telling me, no, no, no Latin, don't go there. Uh, Buy another dictionary, Italian Croatian dictionary, same price pretty much. And I bought this one. I didn't regret it because I really needed it throughout my education. Big, thick, expensive. At that time it was the only one which we could buy, and I still have it back home. And I didn't buy it. And then that Latin was always coming to me as like, and then reason was always telling me, I mean, forget about it. It's a dead language. What's the point? Hey, Mango, this is sorry, cat. Mango, he's meowing. Ah, meow, 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 meow. He really needs attention. Meow. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, who's here? Hey, little kitty. Oh, please, if you have a kitty, never take kitty's clothes because every kitty needs its clothes. Kitty is outnumbered by the dogs, so kitty needs its clothes. Understand me? Kitty is outnumbered by dogs, so kitty needs its clothes. Never take kitty's clothes. That's horrible. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. Ha ha ha. Again, kitty and its little teeth. And where was I? Yeah. Uh, I was again drawn to the Latin language, and then again intuitively, but this time clearly I could understand it. Why? Latin language is a reptilian language. This is really language. They really use it. Okay, and if you know that language, when you communicate, let's say we both in the future, maybe I hope we're gonna speak Latin fluently, and then we communicate Latin. It's like a command language. When you speak like that, everybody are in the attention. Understand me? You're somebody if you speak that language. Period. You are immediately elite. Think like that. And on top of that, it has a normal grammatical structure. It has five cases: nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, and it has something else. I don't know which one is that because I didn't really go that deep, so I don't know on which questions it answers. And it has normal declination through genders masculinum, femininum, and neutrum, like in all other normal languages, female, male, neutrum, in between, but for children, not for the new neutrum. Those guys who are entering the women's toilets because of the stupid laws, you know. I mean? We used to call them drags. Is that illegal? Because they look like rags. OG, and these are very, very weird softwares in this matrix equation, really. Six softwares. So, always ones who are grabbing your energy and then subjecting you. This kind of guys. And in a sick way or that way. And that's always how it goes. So, Latin. Yeah, this is the intuition. Always was pointing me. Yeah, it's important language. You need to understand it and so on. So, about the suicide, I'm really taking your time, but so when I was a teenager, I also had suicidal thoughts, and I remember one occasion when I was like, yeah, 16, and I went actually to that skyscraper to commit suicide, and I knew I could like go up to the roof because I was there once when I was a kid before that, like 5 years before that when I was 12. So I went there again, but it was locked. So, luckily. And so what was what was so depressive? Well, I had very bad grades from physics, and I had to like have summer school exams and blah, something like it. And I was really depressed by that. And I was going to touristic school. Why why physics? And I was not really into this stuff like that. And so stuff like that, and teenage depression, and of course listening Leibach and later on Joy Division and Bauhaus. What kind of programming psyche can get. So I was very depressive when I was like really thinking about suicide and so on and so on. And so now I know that I was not actually thinking for myself that simply I had entities inside of myself as you have it, which been pushing that way, milking energy through the depression, feeding on depression, and what was else? Yeah, that was it. Nothing new. And luckily, I didn't own any firearm because kids which did did are dead. One Nebojša, my mother was his teacher. He put explosive under his head and boom, blow his head. Everybody liked that kid. He was a really smart kid. I guess that's why he committed suicide. Yeah, but you know what sucks about suicide is when I was really like thinking again about suicide in 2010, like okay, like logically, I was going after complete logical conclusion, suicide yes or no, really. And I told myself whatever I came with my logic, come with my logic. Sorry for grammar. I gonna stick to it. And if I come with my logic to the logical conclusion that suicide is the option, then and I knew what kind of plant I need to cook for a suicide. It's a suicide plant in the my part of Europe, Mediterranean part. Um, I don't know really how to explain. I know exactly how it looks like. I know exactly where the bush is around my apartment and in other areas. There, it's very spread. And if you cook it and make it as a tea, you will simply die in a sleep. So that was the option, okay. And then another, like, okay, let's continue living. So conclusion was, why to commit suicide? Because if you commit suicide, you simply finish game before the end. I mean, you're gonna die anyway, unless you really open some portal and something really special happens and you go in some other corner of universe, like in SF movie, whatever. You understand me? But but anyway, let's say statistically, you know, you and me pretty much gonna die, right? And now, why to speed up the things? I mean, it's interesting playing. I mean, nothing really much to lose. I mean, all what we can lose is a time spent here, and you have to agree. I mean, time spent here is not that bad, really. Um, no, come on. We have bad times. We have a good times. You know me from before, from last year when I was dying from E. coli, talking E. coli burning. That was a bad time, and I still wanted to live. And now, when it's great, why wouldn't I? And it goes for you. Okay, you guys might be like a real targeted individual with the microwaves. In my case, I'm simply targeted by those Illuminati assholes right now, and they're like two brother Illuminati, and they are like spinning out the group of organic portals. That's how it is. Whole hotel, most of the guests are the cops or kids which are applying for cops. They are now hiring 100 police officers in Balnumi, Ratanakiri. That's pretty much like a social institution. They don't really need to go to work. They just have paycheck for $200, and if they want to progress, this was this was mosquito killer. They can go to the police station. So my landlord, which is very cool guy, man, is applying. So it's pretty much relaxed police force. Wow, this is so good for mosquitoes. Wow, you need to have this in Asia, man. You need. It's like $5, but phew, it's such a sweet feeling when. Zzz, zzz, zzz. uh, who likes them really? And And yeah, this is what we need to do with the psychopaths, not with ourselves. You understand me? Yes, that's the point. Thank you, Mangic. Mali Mangic. In, in, da, in Lupus Fabula. In Lupus Fabula. Wolf in the story. When somebody comes in the story you're talking about, speaking about the devil, you would say in English, right? And yeah, we should be doing this with the psychopaths. We should be suiciding them, not them suiciding us. It's a resistance. That's the whole point. You have responsibility towards your soul because as long as you live, a possibility of salvation exists. Because, my friend, this plane is perfect for any rebellion and any resistance. And why? Because you see, it's very stable. Not in astral dimension, whatever you think you are, and trust me, when you die, you are not really free. You are something like in the tube. This is what I saw in my meditations, like a blue tube, like really in the matrix, but souls are inside, zack, 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 and then you progress. First, when you die, white light picks you up with the holographic images of your dead relatives and sparkling. I saw that when I was dying in a hospital, sparkling golden light, and I had two episodes with death when I was leaving my body, and but I was speaking about this beautiful feeling, really, both times, really beautiful, excellent, and freedom, But your reptilian UFO picks you up, and after that, you are in those cylinders. Essentially, you are recharging. You understand me? They leave you to recharge. Uh, what I've been like, maybe 100 years, 80. You could stay even more. It's up to them. And then they put you in another fetus after 3 weeks, and then you start growing in that fetus, and immediately with that process they start putting implants inside of you and start modeling your consciousness, and then you get out, then you have programming, then you pam 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 family, drunk father. Communism, comrade. Yes, yes, yes. And then what? Serbs, Croats, and then after that, capitalism. Schneller, and after that, monastery, kneeling, and after monastery, waking up at microwaves. That's my curriculum vitae, Latin. So that's my CV, guys, and it was not easy. So I had the good times, And yeah, today is the birthday of my ex-girlfriend Anna Duic. She's now a doctor and she doesn't know me. And maybe these things are connected with the suicide thoughts, the thoughts of rejection. For example, when we saw each other last time, we definitely had a cup of coffee as always as a friend. But then when I called her after some number of months, she didn't want to see me or call me. So I figured out the mathematical equation how probably organic portals calculate and think. And let me write you right now. So I'm now intuitively remembering it. This would be something like this. So let me explain it. Um, you have what you have in game first like this. What you have in game in between two people, how organic portals see things. So let's say me and you. So organic portal see this. Me, I'm my current money, plus I'm my future possible money. So what you can get from me is what I have right now plus what I can have in the future. And then you have that divided by what you have right now in the money and what you're gonna have in the future. And then if you have this balance, then you have of course definitely different social class. And if you have different social class in Croatia, you have fuck off. You are not friends anymore. Not that you ever have argue, and it happened with number of friends. You understand me? Really. And not that you ever have argue. You always been friends, but simply they start to progress in a higher social class until fuck off happened. Simply because of it. Mhm. When you say hello a couple of times on a street and when the other person looks at you and doesn't recognize you anymore, doesn't give a shit. Yeah, exactly that. That is perfectly normal in Croatia. I should you know. Such a different social stratification, uh, the real social differences led to that. So this is simply my equation for my life. So how does it work? Something like this: x plus y are the equations of current money, x current money of one organic portal plus y future money divided by that should be x plus y comma x plus y comma, this is another guy in the game, equals z. Z is the factor of balance. So this is why my cousin Vyakoslav Vukovic ditched me. So this is his equation. His current money is, I would say, 4 plus 5, because he's like ex-military, ex-high-ranking police officer, and now in the security, and he has his own private business, and he's very respected in community. Divided me, I'm 2 plus 1, I would say, in his eyes, equals z. So that will be 9 divided by 3. So that z is 300%. So they would say if I'm in this class, second class, third class, yeah, right. Okay, makes total social sense. Why he ditched me socially? No, really, he simply doesn't want to respond on my emails, and I even tried to contact him through other members of the family, and that even backfired even worse than that. Uh, even his sister defriended me and my mother through Facebook, so it's pretty much tense, I would say. Um, so you have like his x is 4, his y is 5, divided by mine x 2 plus 1, nothing in the future. His y equals to z, so that would be 9 divided by 3, so that should be z is 300%. So if if I'm in the if I'm in the like a lower class, okay, here's like lower is like one. He would be in the higher class. You know, what I mean, if I'm like up in this level of the pyramid, uh, he is not even here. He's one level up. So that means, papa, we are not communicating. First kin, who gives a shit? We grew up practically as a brothers. My first memories are from Bosnia. I was born in Croatia, but my mother moved me to Bosnia, like, and then she moved me back to Croatia when I was 5. And my first memories are from there. I remember him and a grandma and so on. First memories, and then fuck off, bye bye. Okay, because this is how they think. Because he doesn't have emotional connection with me. Because he's soulless person. Understand me? And I have emotional connection with him. And this is how the organic portals are also sucking your energy. So this is also connected with your suicidal thoughts. So this is why you need to simply maybe try to find a way how to cut off some contacts within yourself simply by understanding who is who in the story. So this is very long update, but it's very complex topic as you can see, and it's always personal. So you have to understand what's going on. First of all, what's going on inside your biofield. Okay, that means you have to clean your biofield, and then when you clean your biofield, then you're gonna start getting more and more energy. More energy you have, automatically your consciousness is rising because what what you have right now is maybe 2% of your maybe normal soul strength. You understand me? We are maybe now 2%, and we are maybe operating on 2%. We are pretty much imbeciles. We are imbeciles. Okay, this is why reptiles are so intelligent comparing to us because you know our souls. They even manage to put the soul even in a cat's body. So you know we are practically imbeciles. This is how I see us. This consciousness. That much can I reflect. Okay, I don't really have much respect either for my intelligence or yours, like as a human intelligence. No, this is another aspect of how I really see things, and uh, yeah, no, no, really, just compare this your situation, whatever you think that your outcomes are. Just compare this as possibility of intelligence. What are we personally, whatever we know, whatever we can, comparing to the artificial intelligence which is running simply this show, which pretty much knows maybe tens and tens of thousands of years of history, details, auras of players. Imagine that. Imagine intelligence which in this moment knows past 100,000 years of history of these planets, but we are talking about auras. Not here, not Toynbee, not this. Forget about that. Okay, we're talking about auras. Okay, that precise. And now she's calculating you, and you are playing against that enemy. So, you know, don't be tough on yourself. It's a tough matrix, baby. I know it. If you're not dying out of the uh, cut off leg from the chainsaw, uh, like what Chetnik's been doing in Vocin in Eastern Croatia in 1991. I really need to say this story. I know uh, I just read it in a newspaper. A kid, he was a 6-year-old when neighbor Chetnik took his father out and shot him in front of him from the pistol in the head. And the kid started to run to the center of Vocin. Started to run. Later on, they found his father's body. It was like all cut, you know, it has like 5 or 6 holes. He was like shooting, he kept on shooting. And the kid later on testified in a court of the law But they simply didn't take his testimony as relevant because he was only 6, although he remembered it very vividly. Trust me, you would also. 6, no problem. And on top of that, there is more to it. They then took the kid to the Banja Luka in Bosnia, Serbian part of Bosnia, and then kept him like for a month, practically in prison. They've been kicking his ass. And then his mother from Switzerland came there and paid like 4,000 francs at that time, bribe, and took her child from the slavery. What a story from the movie. And then at the end, they don't, guy doesn't get sentenced, and he now lives in Darda in Croatia. And there are many cases like that because these guys are psychopaths, and they are simply extensions of demons in the higher dimensions. And these demons are using their extensions in you and these psychopaths to squeeze you, to squeeze you, to squeeze you, to squeeze you. And then on top of the game, you have the Illuminati. In the worst case scenario, us souls squeeze in that Illuminati program, and then that soul energy used to pounder you. That's double time. So imagine that scenario. So this is why I'm telling you this is extremely important that you immediately sober up if you're drinking or taking drugs. No more excuses. Now you do your meditation. Okay? Do your meditation. If you don't know how to do it, it's very simple. Just find yourself some place where you're comfortable, where you're safe. Sit firmly on a chair. Start breathing normally in, nose, out, mouth, and relax. Focus yourself on a breath, in and out, and do these are the basics. And then when you relax yourself, keep on relaxing yourself, and keep on practicing. That's it. Next step is visualize light around you and how you're inhaling light and exhaling the darkness. Light, darkness, light, darkness, and then until you see only light coming in and out. It's going to be a very nice recharge exercise. This is classic Tibetan classic. And the third thing, don't be lazy as I was today. 5 Tibetans, you know them, everybody knows them. Excellent exercises, and if you do these 3 things, you're gonna start feeling much better immediately. Give 4 days, do this 4 days, and let's see, let's stop. And trust me, nothing new on the internet, nothing new on this planet. These are like simple little tricks. Another little tricks is put your feet on the ground and 20 minutes a day. You're gonna feel big difference because we are all slaves of the microwaves of the phones and Wi-Fi, and we need discharge. We need that electric discharge really, and we need energies from the earth. And then if you can find some nice tree, don't be shy, hug it. And of course, if you are doing it in a park, yes, of course that matrix gonna react, and that matrix gonna send its dogs, and people, oh, boo hoo hoo, look at this guy. But you know what? Don't be shy. Just hug the tree, and many people, you will be amazed how they're gonna intuitively understand, and try to shield yourself from that influence. If you're shy, I know for me it's also sometimes difficult, and because I also feel like very intimate relation with the tree, and then just give yourself some number of minutes. If you press very nicely third eye and other chakras, and then if you adjust also crown chakra, it can really help a lot. And if you connect to the tree, you can, if you really telepathically connect to the tree, and it's very easy. It's because tree is like antenna. You can immediately connect vertically and horizontally, but through the tree, oh, it's so good. I have one very nice tree there where I'm like every morning, yeah, every morning. And until my biorhythm changed lately, thanks to the internet and this computer, I was there at 6, 7. No, a little bit later. Yeah, computer changes everything. Ooh, I'm so excited. So um, these are, yeah, little tricks for the energy. But for the depression, if you stayed so far, um, that's good that you stayed. Uh, so this is your head, right? Wait, this is my depressive head. So, so let's say this. This piece of garbage is the depressive email coming from a demon into your head. And when you're depressive, you go, I don't have money, neither you ever gonna have it. It's depression time. It's post 2008, and then you go, oh, and then he's milking you. So when the first depressive thought comes, you just hit it out. Okay, if you good point. If you don't manage to hit the first one, try to hit the second one. You will manage. You just keep on. You know, it's a baseball. This is more like baseball. It's a baseball. It's a baseball game, man. You know what I mean? Just hit it. You know, demon, send you bullshit thought. Let me find something, some nice object. Okay, duct tape. Yeah, that duct tape. Wait. Okay. Yeah, but I dodged that. There are other ways. Say, dodge it. You know, I mean, do whatever you can. Just don't stick on it. You know, just yeah. Because you don't really need it. All what is going on is just energy warfare, and this is what you need to master essentially. And first step is to just understand that it really is interesting time to live, and actually victory for humanity is quite possible. Okay, and because we're gonna unite this way or another way. I mean, frequency is really changing. It's obvious. It's been changing since late, I think, 1850s. Was I talking about that? Okay, this is really also connected with the suicide and the whole DNA activation topic. Guys, this, suicide is not simple topic, okay? So everything is connected. DNA activation is connected to that, with suicidal thoughts, of course. You are, by the definition, targeted individual if you're a soul in the system. That's how it is. So what was happening since 1850s, this is Russian School of Astrophysics, is this. Um, the universe, our galaxy, the space through sun is moving with the planets in its solar system, is not empty space. It's more like the ocean, and that ocean has periods of bigger waves, stronger pulses of radiation, and smaller waves. So since 1850s, we are entering into the area of the bigger and bigger and bigger pulses of vibration, which are coming through the center of the galaxy. But this can also be the pulses of the stars which exploded as well, the gamma rays. So what is going on is following. Your sun, our sun, has sun is like a boat, and and that boat has its passengers. So let's say this paracetamol is are the planets. Okay, so we are the passengers, and what is the ocean? Ocean is this space. So this space sometimes has bigger waves and sometimes smaller waves. So when it has a bigger waves, what it happens when something hits sun actually has a huge protective gravitational field around us. This is why we are surviving thanks to the sun. You understand me? And then Earth has its own. When this is Van Halen's belt, I know it's a musician, but it's Van Halen's belt, which is protecting from other gamma rays. So this is why it's making this planet nice to live, and not that much radiation, of course. And so what is happening? Yeah, that. So now we are, of course, entering, and it's higher and higher and higher. And what is also happening is what is hitting the sun is also hitting planet Earth. Everything is connected. There are solar flares and so on. Sun is also reacting. Of course, sun is taking blows, but it's protecting us, And the sun is a good guy. It's not a Lucifer. It's really a sun. It's really an entity inside, and it's really logos. And you can also be incarnated in that. But this is outside of the matrix, and it's very nice that in implosion. I would like to be that. So it's also changing our DNA, because what is happening is, of course, more prana around. Okay, because everything what is happening multidimensionally, and it's activating our codes, and our codes are. We are figuring out that we are one, but we are not the one. You know what I mean? We are not the blue thing. We are not the blue thing. I'm me, but I'm not this pen. I'm not the matrix. You're not the matrix. So the reptiles, the psychopaths, they are the matrix. They are that. And in this dimension, they appear like a fingers. You see, you don't see the difference. Everything is like that, deceiving. But this one is psychopath, and he's manipulating everything. And I believe, that it's possible that the real psychopaths, those 1% real psychopaths, could be easily reptilian shapeshifters, because yeah, because there is one thing which makes no sense at all, and I'm gonna tell you immediately. This thing is puzzling, guys. This is the brain of a normal person who has a fully functioning brain, and this is of the psychopath. So the light signalizes the brain activity, and vice versa. Okay, so what is happening with the psychopath? He has a disabled frontal lobe largely, okay, and frontal lobe is where actual intelligence is, higher cognitive levels, math, and of course compassion. Compassion is connected with intelligence, but our human intelligence, you understand? And but I read articles from Tudor and his book, and these guys are highly intelligent. They plan activities, how they are grooming you. Narcissists are psychopaths, or borderline, but I think they're psychopaths actually. And simply fancier name. And they are grooming you, and they're programming you to lose fuel from you, but they're essentially just extensions of higher energy software, essentially. Because um, when I was observing everything from my third eye, but from human perspective, please, Mango I noticed those entities as snakes coming to the people and vibrating essentially into them, coming into them, and then whoa, 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 they start bullshitting. And this is why I started to carry umbrella all the time, and when I see people doing that, I immediately go like that, and I block myself visually from them, and I really block lots of bullshit. Not completely everything, but I really block a lots of bullshit, and they get visual message, because the umbrella has, I think, a very powerful symbolical message. It really protects you from the sun and from the rain, but if you point the umbrella to somebody, you're practically protecting yourselves from the dirt. And that's exactly what I'm doing from them. So this is a little tip from you. Don't be shy when people are throwing shit on you. If this is you just open an umbrella, and you will notice how sudden they're gonna shut up, because it's clear visual sign. I shit you not. Just use this trick. It came to me totally spontaneously. Guys, don't be ashamed. You would notice. I had an episode last time when I was in a restaurant, in that where I normally eat a noodle soup for 5,000 real, which is very nice noodle soup there. I never had diarrhea, absolutely ever. And it was normally okay, but the last two times was a new worker, obviously some peasant girl, and she would like intensely stare at me and laugh. And I'm like, I'm eating, and please, could you stop? You looky there, you looky your plate. Oh, no, no. And then owner explains her, and then she, and okay, I finished my meal, fuck off, go away. And I see same setup, same day, but I had my umbrella. So I ordered my food, and I just opened my umbrella like that. And they've been really staring at me and commenting while I was eating. And I was like, I just had enough of the visual contact with them and giggling. I just simply wanted to eat my noodles in some sort of peace. Really, this is the story from today. And I ate like most of the noodles. I put 5,000 there and bye bye. I didn't come there to marry you or to fuck you. I come there to eat noodles. Fuck off. Bitches. $10 1 hour rent when they're young. And they're stupid flirting. Fuck off. You know. How do you know that I'm not interested in you? You have a baboon nose and a brown skin. That's how you know. I'm really not into you. Bye bye. In your face. If I have disclaimer on a Facebook after gay community Khmer that I don't want their friendships on a Facebook. We have now what I think about partnerships. So, in Cafe Veritas. Figurati. So my friend, that's the life, that's the life. And bullshit flies both ways. Your bullshit flies in my face when I'm passing by you, so my bullshit flies to you when I'm on the internet. Everybody must have its own ventil, and this one is mine. I'm like too much a clown in this area, and this is my bullshit. Everybody has its own bullshit. My bullshit came to this point that I have to open an umbrella. Is this targeted individual? Now you explain me. Man. You explain me. I have now there Illuminati vibrating whole group, whole fucking day. You know how much energy they can pull when they're manipulating 5 people against 1 person constantly. It's brutal. Trust me, it's brutal because you know what you feel all the time. Right here. Especially like now I'm working right now. This is total harassment. I shit you not. And it's happening right now. Right by the entrance of the hotel. Typical, first glance Illuminati when you see those 2 brothers. Manipulating in the center of the group. And we started to immediately to smile to each other because we know each other from mental sparring from before. You know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna do the technique of the calling, and this is the technique of the calling. Now they're already, they're already afraid. They can't do anything. Okay, they're trying to adjust all different techniques. They absolutely can't do anything. Now, this is how it goes. Calling goes following. You finish all Malanga exercises immediately, and essentially you finish the 3 dots: red, God; yellow, you; green, biofield, body, biofield. When I say you, I mean soul. So soul, biofield, feel green like my like my robes, and I do like my robes. I bought them in Marrakesh, Morocco, 2003 back in the day, and was working on the ship. me one day there. $50 this, never regret it. And I feel very comfortable in it. I really love it. Jalaba is the name. And actually, I really need it because this fan is blowing. So you have this connection, and and then when you have this connection, you do this. You unite it. First, you unite the yellow and the green, and then the red, and then everything goes into white light. And then you spread the whole planet, and you spread the whole universe, whole dimensions, and then I do it more. I go directly to the truth to connect to that intuitively. What is the truth? and then you start siphoning energy down through the crown chakra to the pineal gland to the whole brain. You integrate the whole brain, whole head, arms. You see energy going into your arms, in every cell. You visualize everything in every cell. You go into details. More details you go, more energy put into that, more prana will come into you. Then lungs, then heart, then everything. You connect all organs, everything, all details. You understand me? Toes, everything, nerves, liver, spleen, testicles, skin, intestine, especially where you have problems, you direct energy there. So pumping, you connect with her. Then when you connect with her, she's gonna guide you, but you can ask her, where is my prana taken? Where is my prana taken? There is my prana taken. And then you tell, oh prana, oh prana, please, you are in the wrong hands, you are in the wrong hands, you are in the wrong hands. Please come to me, come to her, come to me, come to her. Prana, you're in the wrong hands. See, they are manipulating you to take you to the wrong side. You are us, you are not them. And then she will come to you. If you're really connected, she will understand it immediately. This is how it goes. There is no lies. You're telling exactly what it is, because imagine this. This prana gonna be used for sucking more of my prana or hurting other people. And which are the prana. So, prana is hurting herself, but because it's manipulated by the matrix. I'm telling her, don't be manipulated by the matrix. And then it's coming back. But immediately I'm connecting Illuminati who are soul with me. But they're losing prana. And this is it. Because let's face it, you can do quite a bit to the protection, okay, if you're really integrated from inside. But if they're hitting you, they're gonna take prana. That's it. So you have to be first conscious, and then directed, and then counterattack. This is it. So I'm doing completely wrong thing when I'm like talking now to you, while I should be now snatching my prana back. That's how it is. And this is going on all the time. Another way how to get prana is when you like walking by the lake. Let's say by the lake in my case, and I notice quite a bit of chunks of the prana by the places where people been doing drinking the night before, or simply staying night before. Yeah, basically staying like kids. Sorry, right now I'm going back in memory. Yeah, I didn't notice any bottles in those areas. Yeah, simply staying, and then I simply noticed like, ooh, I simply noticed chunk of light, and then, oh wow, some of this young energy simply left there. I didn't notice it before, and then I noticed that I was observed now the whole matrix different, and this is very beautiful. And she actually, in the connection with her, I noticed it. So those demons, where I was before, those demons are mathematical softwares in the essence. You understand me? They are essentially dead, and but they are chunks of energy, and they have local consciousness, and they can have like maybe 20,000 years history, and they're operating. They know their jobs. Okay, so don't be fooled. If you're thinking these thoughts, suicidal thoughts, these are not your thoughts. These are not your influences. They are not coming from your soul. That's it. You're manipulated, and if you're manipulated, first, like a real guy behind Illuminati, behind reptiles, is one of those guys, and these are the real demons, and they're real. You understand me? And they're boom, 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 hitting and knowing incarnations. They know like they like have like a statistical analysis. We do this, he do this. That's it. This is your enemy. This is your upper management. I'm explaining you the hierarchy. This is how he operates. What he's interested in, any weakness, whatever you have, short temper, well, who's gonna use that? How they gonna use it in their games? Don't forget, psychopaths, they came to people around you before you. So what they do, they prepare their minds. They always have to have somebody who's a scapegoat, on whom people gonna project their worst fears and so on, and so they're gonna be the noble ones, the good ones. Like in Thai schools, the foreign teachers, they make more than double money than Thai teachers and Filipino teachers, but they fire them and they hire them very quickly, so they're boosting morale of the Asian teachers who are very good. Because there with their gossips, they can influence of that on that if whether that fire I'm gonna stay only 2 months or so. They even make jokes on you. If they don't like you, 1 month, 2 months. That's how it is. With the gossip, gossip, gossip. And they are part of the fabric. Because they are psychopaths, they are the mannequins. That means they are the puppets, and they're the flying monkeys. They're witches using those flying monkeys to attack the lieutenants. And then you have the psychopaths inside, the Illuminati and the reptiles. And Matrix can have different ways of influencing. You can have a soul programmed inside that software family, so you have soul Illuminati here and there. You can have this kind of softwares molded like organic portals inside. They go through normal same programming. They can have a real psychopaths, not even conscious that they are simply tools of the hierarchy. They're simply executing. See, this is fascinating about them. They're very intelligent, but their frontal lobes are not working, so they're simply executing something. That's amazing. What are they executing? Okay, and whatever they're executing, they're hitting you, because otherwise you wouldn't be having suicidal thoughts. So, do not succumb to your enemy. Do not succumb to your enemy. In Croatian language, we have this term prkos, which means when even if you lost everything, you're not gonna give him this piece of land, this fort, simply because he wants it, precisely because of it. You have to have this kind of attitude in yourself. If system wants you to suicide you have to resist precisely because the system wants that. Do you understand me? This is your attitude. And the second thing is, you shouldn't be having doubts in a final victory. Ever. No, should you not? Really. Because the moment you start doubting in a final victory, you start doubting in everything. You start doubting in yourself. You shouldn't be doubting that you're gonna have a better future. You should be believing in that. Absolutely, not in other option. You should be starting creating your own reality by more positive thoughts. Just by the share will, and you're gonna get more share will, more prana you get. You're gonna get more prana, less Prozac you get, more ganja you smoke, more better oil, and alcohol. You dish that. Of course, meth never, and then if you're exposed to the toxic influence of psychopath or narcissist, if you're living with that kind of person, just leave, ditch contacts, erase your emails, social accounts. Don't let to be followed by the Instagram. Go to another town. You need to recover because you'll be just exposed to the tentacle of the evil, and maybe in some cases conscious of the hierarchy of the evil. There are some indications about that as well. So this is very suspicious. Mhm. Very suspicious. They are actually, the vampires are actually a metaphor for them because they really need fuel. They really need to attack you, intimidate you, manipulate you, so they can launch fuel. And if you're in love with them, those 2 months they've been really good investment because they really programmed you in different locations for different smells and so on. Um, so even when you break up, you're gonna go always in a memory for that because they've been always mirroring whatever you liked. It was always just a game because they knew with mirroring what you like, they're gonna get to you. But the real person will be probably confronting maybe some of your beliefs or whatever, something like that. And then when they got you, then they got you. That's how it goes. When you start believing this is my man, you felt in love. Oh yeah, yeah, fiesta. Now coldness, and then you don't know what's going on, and then he's eating your energy, and then when he's exploding out of nothing, and then denying that you don't know what's going on, because he's like so perfect, so good in business, and so on. Clean shirts and ties. Hello, Mrs. Johnson. How are you today? These kinds of guys. Shiny new cars. Yeah, Matrix. Agents. Agent Smith. Wow. YouTube erased my creative project. Yeah, what a shame. Okay, guys. My opinion is suicide maybe only when there is no other way out. Like you have two legs already cut off, you're bleeding out, and you're holding a bomb, and it's really painful. Well, why not speed up? In that case, this is how I say it, and I really don't know any other example. This is other 2%. It's really, yeah, like, what else? Even with the broken legs in a totally shitty situation, like, come on, can't be that bad. Really, uh, don't worry, don't worry. If you live another day, it's gonna be another chance. It's gonna be another victory. Okay, stay alive another day, motherfucker. Yeah, I've been there. I've been there, man. It's the sweet melancholy when you're in that melancholy. It's like kind of nice. You listen, enjoy the vision, maybe, and then from that melancholy, you just sleep into the that emptiness in soul. Yeah, that heavy, that heavy feeling. I mean, it's like constant. Hey, I'm from Eastern Europe. I know what's depression, so don't worry. Um, no, really, that's why I don't want to go back. Really, it's really depressing. It's like no, yeah, this is another option. If it's really depressive where you're from, just go somewhere where it's not that depressive. Okay, guys, really, I'm like, it's 12:30 here, and I'm really tired, and I'm way beyond my napping time. Thank you for watching. It was almost 1 hour. You're really amazing audience. But from now on, I'm gonna be doing maybe much better project. But this is essentially my video blog. I said, come on, it's my video blog, and you're really faithful audience. Thank you for being there. thank you for being my subscribers. If you like, subscribe. Please comment. I will really try to comment back, and I will now, when I have a computer, start going through the old comments to see what I didn't comment. The problem is, many times when I see comment and I want to answer and I'm really inspired for answer, YouTube simply doesn't give me the option, and then I forget about it. That's how it is. Okay, thanks for watching.